because a few letters have been added to this one. 2S LGBTQIA plus flight ever in Canada.
This needs to stop. You need to stop adding letters. This is sounding like a router password. This is nuts.
Asmongold torches woke companies that are still following the Pride Month insanity after he highlights a bunch of fake woke companies that have already switched sides, exposing the fact that they never cared to begin with, and it was all just about money in this takedown as wokeness continues to die. Let's get in.
Let's actually see how many companies are taking advantage of and observing Pride Month this year, okay? Apple. Nope. Google? No change. IBM? No change. Microsoft? No change. Xbox? No change. Disney? No change. Target? No change. Starbucks? Even Starbucks roached out on the gays? Of all the people to roach out on the gays, you're gonna expect Starbucks to do it? Damn! Bank of America? No change. What about Blizzard? No change. What about World of Warcraft? Also no change. It's not a working day? Yeah, but usually social media is managed every single day. Oh, the Overwatch has got to have it, right? There's no way. There's no way Overwatch didn't make any posts about Pride. There's no shot. Sesame Street, Bethesda? Yeah, let me see here. Wow, they didn't even post anything about it. Check LinkedIn. Okay. It looks like LinkedIn is not making any post about this at all. How about Bungie? Okay. Bungie, also no change. Perfect day to test the water. If there's any backlash, they can pretend they had the day off. Which, by the way, that's exactly what I said was going to happen. Pepsi? Okay, Pepsi. No change. Ubisoft? Good one. So there's not a single one of these things. Not a single one has changed anything. Okay, let's look at Mercedes-Benz. No change again. Jaguar? Still no change. Wow. Riot? No change. Twitch? Oh, League of Legends. Okay, League of Legends is big gay. All right? Nobody else is gay. Halo? All right, let's see here. Halo? Nope, no change. Oh, wait, no, they did do a change. Okay, so Halo made a post. Not only did they make a post about it, but they locked the comments. They posted last year on the weekend. That's a great question. Let me see what day Pride fell on last year. Last year, it fell on a Saturday. It was a Saturday, and this year is a Sunday. Oh, man. Google's homepage? Let me see. Nothing. Actually, nothing. Even the Google homepage. Is it just over? Or not really over, but like the mass corporate support for it might be over. Did you just mix up LGBT with gay people? You're gonna be really surprised when you hear what that G is for. It's for gamers, actually. It's lesbians, gamers, bisexual, and trans. Yeah, that's true. We're all LGBT here. Okay. Yeah, can you believe it? We're not being represented. This is disgusting. Wow, this is so fucked up. Blizzard had to have posted something, right? Big surprise. Blizzard did post something, okay? Let's read some of the comments and see how people reacted to this, okay? That's not Pride. They're all just trans. Pride's meant to umbrella. That's why it's a rainbow. Why are the Pride colors just trans colors? Wait, is that true? Yeah, it is. What? So trans has now taken over. I'm going to reply. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Pride about celebrating LGBT and not just being trans? Am I crazy for saying this? LGBTQ plus? No. You know what? LGBTQIA 2S. You want to go there? Let's go there. 2S plus. You think I forgot about all of them? Absolutely not. Why is only trans being represented? Rainbow is gay only. It's not even lesbians. I've got pretty bad news for you with lesbians. Lesbians are gay. It's actually crazy how bad the reception for this is.
Exactly 2 years ago.
New Blizzard trans equality shirt says liar in pink. Nice job. What's this? Oh, God.
Yeah, all this trans nonsense has absolutely broken the camel's back. I mean, it's ridiculous that Asmongold was exactly on point as much as he has been about this whole issue. But at that point where, it just hijacks the entire movement, you use their own colors and you're just excluding everyone else. Like now the whole LGBT whatever is just trans. I mean, it's just trans. So the minority of people have now taken over, and the ones who are the craziest are now the ones running the show. I think that is the point at which everyone has finally said enough is enough. Like, this has gone absolutely too far, and it's all of their fault. I mean, they enabled all these people to feel entitled the way that they did to keep pushing this nonsense. There was no pushback because everyone was just following the gravy train and just following the money and never actually thinking about any of this at how it actually affects people. They didn't care about the consequences. They just wanted the greenbacks. That's all it was. And now you've got all this chaos that's happened as a result of it. And now they're just going to sell out, turn the other way, like, wash their hands like nothing even happened. But I am ecstatic to see all of this nonsense ending on the corporate level in this getting out of the plain view of everybody. It has no place in the mainstream the way that it has. So it needs to go. It's good to see that's finally going. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the video. Let's get back in.
Here we go.
It was a bit of a range of emotions this morning coming here and getting dressed for this flight. We are doing the first ever, now let me get that one straight because a few letters have been added to this one, 2S LGBTQIA+ flight ever in Canada. I do identify with the progress flag. There's something in.
Does this mean that, like, the plane doesn't fly straight or something like that? Or what's the difference between this and a straight flight? Like, this doesn't even make any sense.
So it was a bit of joy having the opportunity to do this flight today.
Features our very first all 2S LGBTQIA+ crew.
The safety and the well-being of all the passengers on board rests in our hands. So it doesn't matter who they are, what they represent. I'm equally responsible.
Sure does. Sure seems like it does.
For all of them.
2S stands for two-spirited. You used to call this multiple personality disorder. Okay, people aren't going to believe this. 2S, a term used by some indigenous peoples of North America to describe a person who embodies both masculine and feminine spirits or genders. The woman who came up with 2S admitted that she had it from a dream that she had.
The grandfathers came in a dream, the gift and the greatness of two spirit. 7 orbs of light. They came, one after the other, 7 of them.
One straight because a few letters have been added to this one. 2S LGBTQIA+ flight ever in Canada.
This needs to stop. You need to stop adding letters. This is sounding like a router password. This is nuts.
Yeah, Asmongold is exactly right. This madness has got to stop. Now we're adding two-spirited, really, along with everything else. So not only are we choosing, all this to represent our sexuality, but we're also just crazy. We also have multiple personality disorder. We also have mental illness. Let's just put all that right there in the name and then expect everybody else to go along with us. Like, this is insane. It is too far. And it is so crazy that these people don't see that this is going nowhere. This is no end in sight that ends well for anybody, their companies, their people. And yeah, Asmongold is also right in the fact that, yeah, it absolutely matters who they are. Like, this whole group is not inclusive, it's exclusive. That's the whole point. Like, everyone who is in this is included, but if you're not, then you are excluded, therefore by definition. That's the way that they act. And that's why people have just started boycotting these companies, and now finally, some of them have finally figured out that this is just bad for business. But either way, it's not going to last, but it's going to burn down everything in the process. But two-spirited, yeah, it's just too much. But folks, thanks for watching. Hit that like button and let me know in the comments what you thought about what Asmongold had to say about all this absolute alphabet madness chaos that's going on in Pride Month. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.